We'll take an opening statement from Coach, and then you want to let me know. I'll call on you guys for questions.
Just your run-of-the-mill game. Thanks, you guys, for being here. Obviously, I want to start by saying Stanford doesn't come to us, so to be here and be able to see Tara when she's just become the all-time winningest coach in all of college basketball is, special. I don't want that to get lost in the mix of things. Also, anytime you win here, it's more special because it's Stanford and because it's Tara and because it's the standard that they have set. So that's really not lost on me. I'll start with the less obvious. Really proud of the way that our front court battled. I know the numbers, don't reflect it, but we really talked about battling them. We used all 15 fouls. We tried to keep the shooting percentages low. Obviously, Brink and Kiki are so darn good. We battled, and then I think we saw something that I've never seen before in my life. It's unbelievable, and I think the most significant thing is that JuJu is coming off, our team's kind of toughest loss of the year, and a performance she wasn't happy with. And that's hard. And her demeanor from the second that game ended against Washington until now is what sets her apart to me more than these numbers. I mean, all week I said, this kid is different. She's special, the way she takes coaching, the way she's a teammate, the way she holds herself accountable, the way she raises her level. So I did not predict this, right? No one could predict this. But I think that what is so special about her is everything like inside, and then obviously came out today in a way that if you love basketball, I don't know how you're not blown away. So our team feels that way. We got to win. But I'm just happy to, have been a part of this, and big win for our program.
JuJu, JuJu, all the hype that came in, you and Bronny, freshman coming in, how are you making this look this easy as a freshman and play against a team with Tara and get 51? How is this done by such a young one?
I mean, it's not easy at all. Want to preface that, I think Stanford is a great team. Coach Tara is amazing. So to come here and get a win, it really means a lot for the team. And also, we battle every day in practice. We battle every day in the summer. So a lot of that has really helped me transition from high school to college, and I'm just grateful for my coach, for teammates. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do it without them.
Yeah, Stanford, a school that recruited you, they were interested in you choose stay in your hometown at USC. Like, what does having a moment like this for you, like, how much does it matter to you doing this for USC specifically?
Yeah, I mean, great program. I wouldn't have considered them if they weren't. So I actually remember when I came in here for my visit, I remember where I sat and just witnessed the whole Stanford environment. So it was really cool to be back. But I just love it here, honestly. Grateful to be a Trojan. Great day to be a Trojan. And, hey, that's all I can say.
JuJu, when did you start to realize that maybe something special is going to happen tonight? And then, Coach, when did you start to realize it just watching from the sidelines?
I don't know. Like, it was just a great environment. I don't know. I think at halftime when I looked up, I was like, damn, I have like 25 points. I could get like 50. And then it was crazy. That's all I could say.
I was just really happy when her first three went down.
Yeah.
Because I see the work. Like, I see the work. She's got everything, in her bag, and the three just hasn't fallen in the last couple games as well. So that first three goes down, and I was like, here we go. And then just it started to be like, every shot was going down, and it wasn't like there was no resistance, right? I mean, you've got Cameron Brink inside and 2 and 3 people being thrown at her, and it was just, she was getting to her spots. And so to me, at some point in that first half, I was like, okay, she's feeling it. Then I see the stat sheet, and I was like, oh, my goodness. And then when I come out for the halftime interview, and I was kind of late coming out, Mary Murphy goes, so, Lindsay, let me just ask you one question. Would you be okay if Ju gets 50 and the rest of the team doesn't get going and you win? And I said, I wouldn't be mad at it. But I also knew that other people, I thought she kept making the right read again and again. It's hard to finish inside against those defenders, but we needed Kenzie's big shots. I knew and I thought someone else was going to have to hit big shots. And obviously we have trust in, thought we had some other threes that just didn't go down. But it felt special, I thought, kind of from that first three.
Janie?
Janie from Associated Press. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How did you sort of approach this week after a tough loss? And just even in this game, there were some stretches of 4 or 5 minutes where you guys didn't score or missed shots. How do you sort of just stay even keel? And Lindsay spoke about this week in practice. How did you go about that?
Yeah, I mean, there's ups and downs and everything, and I'm grateful that I have my coaches and teammates and my family just to keep me sane throughout it. When I miss a shot in practice, they're always reminding me, you got this, just stay with it. And I've been in the gym. I haven't been able to sleep for these past couple weeks, past week coming off of some losses. So I've just been in the gym 24/7, and it's been helping my confidence a lot. And I think today was a product of all that hard work and really staying focused.
You really were struggling to sleep, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
How early can you get in the gym? How late can you sleep?
I mean, we have 24-hour access, so it's really.
We might have gotten a call from the security guard on Sunday night after the Washington game that your girl is in there. You want me to tell her? No, and I was like, let Ju be Ju. Obviously we track her load, right? Because there's a lot on her, but you can't. When someone's gifted and in a certain way, I'd never want to stifle her from being her. So if that's her kind of way to, make herself feel like she's ready to go. And we watched film and we did other stuff as well. She was, just a really great teammate this week in terms of just trying to get the team refocus on winning. I just think she has a tremendous balance of elite competitiveness to get herself right, but also still be about the team. I mean, Kenzie's our, one of our leaders, and I think she can speak to that too. It's something we've talked about, how Ju's mentality really helps our team. So,
second row.
Alex Simon from SF Gate in the next. I'm going to ask you a question later, JuJu, but McKenzie, I think it was 6-12 when your third post player hit foul, and you at that point, you and JuJu are the tallest players left on the roster that could play. I guess when you hit that point, what is the feeling knowing that they've got 2 trees over there in Brink and Kiki, and you guys are you're basically playing the 5 at that point?
Yeah, I mean, I think that just speaks to everyone on our bench, staying ready. Rox came in. She's always willing to do whatever it takes to win. Obviously not a lot of glory on the offensive end, but she came in, she fought her ass off. I thought she took a good charge. We didn't get it, but Taylor comes in and guards Brink. I think that just speaks to how much we wanted that win. I even said, I think it was the third quarter, she had 38. I said, do not let this go to waste. We have to win the game. So I feel like we did a great job of everyone just doing whatever it took. I mean, even when we were small, it was the same game plan. Try to push them off the block, don't let them get the angle, and then smash when it goes in. And I think we really just stayed true to that. So I'm really proud of everyone.
Lindsay, what about that same moment for you as a coach when it's 6-12 and there's all your posts sitting on the bench with 5?
I think, look, you'd never draw it up that way, but we felt a magic in it. We felt we got to find a way to get it done. I mean, I think they were out of sorts a little bit because of what JuJu was doing. How can you not be, right? They're trying to do different defenses and throw things. So I was hoping we could just keep scoring, to be honest with you, because I was nervous obviously about the inside. But I had all the confidence in the world that, we had built a lead at that point, that our players' mentality was right. And, we just, like Kenzie said, we kept the same principles. We didn't want them to get lobs. We wanted to be able to double when the ball went in. But I think we hit some timely shots. Kenzie had that shot clock expiring one with that went down, that extended the lead. We made enough plays when it was kind of scrappy and ugly. Obviously, we just wanted to keep scoring as well.
Brent and then Annenberg.
Yeah, Lindsay already kind of addressed my question, but that shot clock buzzer beater you hit, what did you see on that shot, Kenzie? And also just how much of a momentum shift did you sense after that shot? Because if you had missed that.
Oh,
mid-range.
Yeah, it was a mid-range.
What's up, man?
Buzzer
How are you?
Yeah.
Just what did you see on that shot?
I mean, nothing. I just knew I had to get it up. I was trying to get fouled a little bit.
Yeah.
But thank the basketball gods that went in.
We were almost excited about, Kenzie. She got an out of air rebound at the end that kind of almost iced it. And then where did that block come from? That she did a couple things that were game winning plays, and obviously we rely a ton on her. I thought while KP's numbers aren't glaring, she handled a lot of pressure and didn't turn the ball over. We didn't turn the ball over. We turned the ball over 7 times.
Up front, and then we did this. Annenberg, and then you, and then Janie.
Coach, this is the first time in over 2 decades you have won a game at Stanford, your program. What qualities of your team do you have that you can win in an environment like this? And how have you sort of developed that, struggling on the road early and getting a win like that today?
Yeah, I mean, this conference, as we know, is just, it's an absolute beast. I think we've had, one of the harder kind of runs. And this was our first win over one of, the top 10 teams on the road. And so I think that's a big, we talked about, we only have one chance at Stanford. That's an opportunity. We see these tough games as opportunities. We don't get a get-back game. But I think Tuesday, right? Like, I came in with a film that I literally labeled on my desktop as like Painful Tuesday. Like, we had to watch it, right? And then I switched the order of things so we could watch it and then lift and then practice. Like, watch it and then move on from it. That's what the best teams do, I just personally, I've won games here before with Cal, and you know how special it is. And sometimes those were on like a get-back game. We knew we didn't get a second chance, so we talked about, I had a Mike Tomlin quote, it's not what you're capable of, it's what you're willing to do. And obviously the story is and should be JuJu's just insane game on so many levels. Her rebounding, I thought she made the right decisions. But I thought our team had a willingness to battle. I thought our post players, through the adversity of fouls, like just kept fighting. I thought the bench was terrific and engaged. So that's the mentality and the feel that I felt it the week leading up to the second UCLA game, and I felt it leading up to this game. Right here.
You all look pretty physical on the court tonight. Do you think you turned that up for Stanford specifically, or is that your typical style?
I think we challenged, especially our front court, knowing that like Stanford's incredible in the front court, right? Like, that there's no chance unless you sprint with them. Like, we never got beat down the floor once in a transition basket. The number of clips we showed them of Kiki and Brink doing that to other people. We talked about it has to be the physicality. You got to get them off the block. I think, Caitlin Davis really sets the tone of that with us. But I thought Rhea and Clarice as well. Like, they just were really physical and they were ready to battle. And our guards, I think, do a really good job of that because we're big and athletic.
And second question really quickly for you, JuJu. I was sitting in the student section, 2 rows of girls all talking about how your hair is perfectly slicked back. Do you have and also congratulations on the game, but
Thank
do you
you.
have a hair care routine that you'd like to drop for the fans to know? Are you keeping that one secret?
I'm gonna keep
they
that-
specifically were asking for the gel type too.
I'm gonna keep that on the low. Coming soon, though. Coming soon. Tell them I said thank you, though.
Alright.
Janie, then here, then you.
Thank you. Lindsay, you actually kind of touched on it, but there were a handful of times where JuJu also made the decision to dish off, and a couple assists too. It just seemed that she had a read of the game, not just
Yep.
on the scoring.
Our feel is incredible. We've talked about, I don't know that there's a better defensive conference in this country and better coaches. So she's seeing a different game plan every night, and her ability to feel the game, but also try to learn on film and add it all together is really impressive. I'm starting just to be able to just ask her in the game more, like, where do you want the ball? What do you see? Then be able to say, okay, in this action, KP's going to be here. Kenzie, make the right read. And I've told her before, if the right read is 26 shots, then it's 26 shots. If the right read is 10 passes in a row, then that's what it is. And I trust in her ability to do that and continue to make. I thought she was really good with her 3 was going, but still getting to the rim. I mean, she drew 16 fouls. Like, there's just a lot of ways she impacts the game, and it's a lot more than just scoring.
JuJu, you mentioned earlier how the environment tonight was great, and obviously it's an away game. But can you speak a little bit about how that kind of riled up your team? Obviously it's an away game, but still fed off that energy for sure.
Yeah, I think the environment played a lot into it, but also just our energy coming off of a couple losses. I think that no matter where we would have been, we would have had the same energy because of what we had to face last week. So I think just we came in with a lot of energy in our practices, in film and weights, and I think that carried over to today.
Hi.
So, USC may not have won here in over 2 decades, but you have in your previous history with Cal, and now you've won at Howard Club. A few coaches, I think only 2, who have beat Stanford at home with 2 different teams, you and Jared Payne.
Okay.
So, how much of that history, plus, having great players, helps with the confidence to becoming here and beat the number 4 teams?
Yeah, I haven't thought about it in that way, and that's a really cool honor. I think that, again, a win here means so much because of how incredibly successful Tara's been and Stanford's been over a sustained amount of time. Like, it's insane. Sometimes I try to do the math on, like, how many years you have to coach with how many wins to achieve what she has, and it's unreal. But I do think, you know, there have been other times where you come in with a team and, like, you have to hope for something, like, crazy to happen. And I do feel like with our team, if they do what kind of like the messages are and they're completely bought in, that we have a chance against anyone. And that's a good feeling, right? Again, I didn't do much today, right? Like you come in with, you know, the best player, and our players battled and did what we needed to do. So I'm most proud of the win, and I'm most proud of how this team, you know, was able to do this tonight. I'll never forget this. And again, it's meaningful because it's our last time playing Stanford in the Pac-12. But everything, I think those stats you say matter because it's so hard to win here because of what Tara's built.
Last question.
JuJu, this USC program doesn't just have like great players at its past, but it's got like literally some of the best women's basketball players who have ever played. You now have the program record for a single skate. It's like when you hear that and when you think about that, like what is that feeling? That, like you're now at the top of that list.
It's crazy. I mean, I don't really think about it too much. I have a long way to go till I will consider myself in that category with Cheryl and Lisa and the greats. But I'm just honored, honestly, blessed to be in this environment, space and time in women's basketball. I'm just soaking it all in. So, but honestly, we have a game on Sunday, so I'm gonna take it all in and then back to the gym. So.
Sorry, one last one, Alexa. If you don't mind, one more specific to tonight. Did you start to notice when like the crowd was like just in awe? Like they weren't even.
Yeah. Bro, no. Every time I scored, all I heard was ooh. Like it wasn't even like a boo. I was like, all right, I guess. I respect.
Like, they're witnessing greatness.
They're just like, oh, like, yeah, it was crazy.
I mean, I said to the team in the locker room, like, I can't say it enough times. Like, there's no one better in our sport than Tara. And we were in the handshake line, and she just said she was really good. And I was like, she sure was. I'm like, what else do you say? So those were, you know, she has a lot of wise words, and she wasn't wrong there.
All right, thanks everyone. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, just saying hi.